Hi, do you know that 90% of all markets are operated by smart money? Learn to think like smart money. Use volume spread analysis. Invest or trade by following the smart money. iVSAchart analytics will 1. Identify exactly when to buy, when to sell, and what to buy and avoid. 2. Maximize profits and minimize risks. And 3. Give trading or investing edge you need now. Try it now. Free trial available.
Hello everybody, welcome to another Friday chart clinic here, and this is Martin here with Bill, and it's good to see you all again after we had our main course. Now, how many of you came to our main course last weekend? Those who's listening now, how many of you came to a main course? Yes, I remember seeing you. Linda was there, okay. We didn't see you. Brian, okay. Um, Mike, we didn't see you. Hussein definitely didn't come. Okay, yeah, Nico, good to see you. Nico, good to see you. All right, Nusel came. Su Chen came the last time, and Tan, good to see you, Tan. You came last weekend, and thanks for your support. Yeah, we couldn't make it successful last weekend without your support. As usual, those who have been attending regularly in our Friday chart clinic, we hope you can. Yeah, I'll talk about Insas too. No problem. Okay. Okay, and those of you who came to last weekend, thank you for your support. And for those of you who didn't come, for those of you who've been our regular listener in here, I hope you can join us in our next main course, which will be next year, April. With that, I would we have some agenda here today. So we have the probably I'll show you some iVSA Pro chart of the day. But let's pass on to Bill, and he's going to be talking about a bit of the outlook. All right, Bill, all the way to you, Bill.
You bring up the chart of the Straits Times Index, the daily chart? Yeah, that's good. Okay, great. Okay, first of all, let me thank you guys who came to our program this weekend. And for those graduates who came, and I hope you benefited with our new material to make your trading and investing lives more simple and hopefully more profitable. The chart I want to show you today complements a little bit about what we talked about this weekend, and this is the Straits Times Index. If you look at the chart, Thursday's bar was a massive reversal pattern, two-bar reversal to the downside. And when this happened, there was some commentary that the Singapore market was at its high, that now we're going to have a big correction down. So it was a bar that created quite a bit of fear. However, if you come to our course, you will not be scared out. Why? Because if you looked at it, it doesn't show it on this chart, but the volume on that big reversal yesterday was lower compared to previous bars. And the other thing, it only took out one bar. So therefore, I would say it is a successful test in the sense that to be a successful test, it has to be on a high volume and it has to take out the previous two bars, which it didn't. And today, we've had a pretty good recovery. The Straits Times is up. It's moving ahead nicely. And in this sense, this supports our position that you guys who invest in Malaysia should consider to put some money into Singapore, some of the quality shares there, because it has a lot more room to go than the local KLSE market. Singapore is trading at only about a 13.8 PE. Valuations are reasonable, whereas Malaysia is over 17 times. So in this sense, if we select quality blue chips, this could be a very good time to get in. Now, the other thing I wanted to share with you is some of the background. What's involved now? What is going on in the world and that affects us? Okay, there's three things. The first is the central banks worldwide, Japan, Europe, Australia, US, Malaysia even, all are conspiring to keep interest rates low. And the reason they're doing that is because debt levels are so high, they printed so much money that if interest rates start going up, it can cause a massive default and perhaps even a hyperinflation. So they have to keep interest rates low, and that supports stock markets. You have an option. You can make only like 0.1% interest on your fixed deposit in Singapore, or you can buy SGX, which we did for all our clients, which is the Singapore exchange, similar to Bursa in Malaysia, and you get a 4.5% locked-in yield every quarter. And that's a lot better than fixed deposit. And that's true for all the markets worldwide. That's one thing. The second is low oil prices. And what is the background of that? Well, the Saudis, I believe, have conspired with the U.S. to collapse the price of oil. Because that does two things. It puts a lot of pressure on Russia and also pressure on Iran. Iran, remember, wants to build a nuclear bomb, and who knows, they may take that bomb and bomb Saudi Arabia and bomb Israel. So these are some of the issues. So by hurting their economy with low oil prices, this accomplishes that political aim. It also puts the shale oil producers in the U.S. out of business. Already 1/3 of shale oil producers in the U.S. have closed down. Why? Because it costs, the all-in cost averages around $82 a barrel. And now shale oil in the U.S. is trading at 68.5. So this affects their competition. So the Saudis have conspired with the U.S. government to break the price of oil, to hurt the Iranians and hurt the Russians. But actually that's very good for stock markets. It means people have more money to spend. It's good for consumer shares. People have more money to spend. So those are two things in the background. And the third thing is the China link. This is interesting. As you know, as you've been reading, China and Shanghai have established a link so that people can buy Chinese shares through Hong Kong brokers. And this is opening up a new avenue of trade. Now, it's not really been discounted in the price yet. It should be higher, but it hasn't yet. There's still a lot of uncertainty. But my forecast, I think that Chinese have been unable to buy Hong Kong shares, great difficulty. So wealthy Chinese in China will use this new link, and they will come in and buy investment-grade Hong Kong shares. These would be shares like HSBC Bank, CPL, China Power and Light, China Mobile, AIA Group, the insurance, and Shanghai Holdings. These are some, and these are the companies which will benefit. So this is interesting in that sense. Another thing that's very positive for the markets. Now, if you look at the KLSC now, what is going on? There's a lot of uncertainties in the market. One is there's one Malaysia, Berhad. This is one, and there's always an Air Asia just came out with very, very bad earnings. This came out, so it's putting a lot of uncertainty and fear in the market. But however, I tell people this, and this is of the stone. If you should take a stone, a flat stone, and skip it over a pond in the water, the first thing, it will bounce off the water and cause some ripples. That would be like the one Malaysia thing that's going on now, Berhad, all the uncertainty on that. Then the stone jumps up and hits the water again, and then there's some ripples in the water, and that's another uncertainty. That would be oil prices going down, which affects a lot of the Malaysian upstream oil. So then the stone hits the water again with a smaller ripple, a small problem, and guess what? Then the stone sinks, and the water goes back to being calm. And this is just like the market. There's always going to be ripples and stones hitting the water, but they don't last. And if we look at the overall world trends in the market, they're not bearish. And the other thing that helps is so many commentators and talking heads on Bloomberg and CNBC are so negative and pessimistic. When you see so many people having these kind of views, then I would say the market has much more room to run. And what's the alternative? Getting very, very low interest rates that don't even compensate for inflation. Malaysia's in that category. So my advice is try to allocate some of your capital, investment capital, at least into solid blue chip shares whose dividends alone, in many cases, are more than inflation. It's a no-brainer. And it's true for Singapore as well, Hong Kong as well. Most markets suffer these same paradigms. So with that said, I hope that does give you a little bit of guidance. And again, let me thank you guys for coming this weekend. And I hope you learned a few things. And I hope it makes your trading life a little bit simpler and easier. So having said that, I wish you well for the coming week.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. And that was, let me just get, all right, thanks a lot, Bill. So that was Bill. Let me just mute Bill first. Okay, good. Now we got a fair bit of people. Now what I want to do next is to review the iVSA Pro chart of the day, which is the master skill on the 16th of October 2014. I can show you how I normally get that one. So I go on to my iVSA. Let me just show you on that part. Go back to my website. Okay, and go to Traders Truth. Okay, let me just open up a fresh website here. Okay, that was picked on the okay, I enter here. So, and let's go down to under search at the bottom, review iVSA chart. Okay, and this is the one. Okay, that was 6 days ago. Okay, iVSA chart. Now if you look back at this, let me just zoom it up for you here. 175. This was up 34%, but I think it's gone up even higher. Now on the 16th of October, when it first came out, we saw that was a nice region was turning green, perhaps in here. Then you got a nice reverse, a nice 2-bar reversal at the bottom. But you see there, high volume. Okay, that was on the 16th, and this came out in our stock pick 16th of October. That was a nice one. You have a nice 18-day line change, and then that was what's happening in here. You could see this was the bar, and since then the market make and the point here, what you want to do is when to try to make into when the stocks start to break up a nice base. Now remember, in the main course last weekend, for those of you who came, we talked about the condition and set up how to pick these stocks in here. That's why we highly encourage those of you who has been listening in there, and I do hope you pick a bit some, but definitely by coming to the courses you will learn more, because you have to suffer through and you pick things from here, bits and pieces, and still suffer. But if you come to the course, it will be much clearer in there, and how we pick these stocks, definitely with the iVSAchart Pro Screener. So you could see in one trade you could make that back. I think today this master skill, you still be in it. Let me just show you here. Let me just zoom this up again out of the way. If you put in master skill, let me see, MAS, oh, it's MAS. Okay, let's see whether you're out, and we can draw a chart. Okay, this is a nice one. This is what we talk about, right? So where did we went in October? This is the first one, right? When we saw the line change, subsequently you could enter here, right? When you took up the 18-day line change, and you would have made, well, I don't know how much was that. Just switch on to a percentage chart. Around, let's say you entered the 2090, yeah, you got a 70% profit. So that kind of thing could make up the you wouldn't stop out. You notice the ATR stops, you're still in the play. You're still in the play. Okay, you're probably still in the play, and if you take the ATR stop out, you'll be out by here onwards. Okay, so this is what I talk about, not getting out too soon. And those of you listening last week, Nicole, you see what I mean here? Right, for those of you who have not attended our course, you'll probably be wondering what I'm talking about here. But this is what we actually teach you guys to run it. I mean, you've been listening to us for, some of you came here for almost 2-3 years, but I've just never seen your faces inside. And this is what I talk about, how you're able to pick up. So the iVSAchart Pro of the day is something that I see every day, and you can make some clue of it out of here. So this is a nice one in here, and finally you're rewarded with the master skill. A nice breakup yesterday. I think today they have a bit of profit taking. This is what you want to have. Once a while you get one of these one, and that would be great. Okay, and Okay, so that is reviewing the iVSAchart Pro of the day. We'll probably do one next week again to see some of the good trades that we made. So this one, if you have gone in somewhere around here, which is 15 and then you got 19, that's 65. That's a lot. I think that's more than 100% return, and that's one will make you very, very happy. Would you all agree to that? How many agree to that? If you can get one, how many of you got one of these stocks before? Managed to ride it out? Okay. Just want to show. I just want to notice. Or you're still trying to. Alright, how many of you have managed to get a nice ride on this kind of stocks? Alright, how many of you continue to ride on these stocks, or still getting out? This is what I mean. If you have these tools, the iVSAchart Pro, and continue to run the trade, pick up the stocks, and build the whole system in there, because we are letting you trade an entire system. We talk a lot about casino, Andrew, remember, right? And also, Fok Wen, you didn't come this round, okay? Linda, remember? So this is what I mean by riding it, because we have some new material that we talk about, which is not seen before by the old graduates, totally new rewrite of the 1.5 days. So if you miss it, then you have to wait for the next round. Remember spring here? This is probably be a test. Probably be a very low volume. You can see that one, a nice low volume in there. Okay, so that's what I mean. And you get a spring, the line chain comes in nicely, right? Yeah, that's right. It doesn't matter. But now it's gone up too much already. Yesterday, you see here, this is up almost 21%. Remember what we talked about in our main course? All right. Okay. Now let's go on to the stocks that we have in the list here. Definitely, Kevin from Singapore sent me this. Yeah, Master Skill. That's the one we're talking about anyway. So I've just talked about Master Skill already. It's already run, Kevin, from what we had. Yeah, there was a line change in there. Wait for a test. Yeah, you can wait for a test for that one, but look at your risk profile in there, okay? Normally, you like to buy at the base. So come back and look for the next one. Okay, on YeeLee, I think everybody asked about YeeLee. Let's look at the chart on YeeLee, yeah? YeeLee, we have, let me look at the real-time chart that I have here. Or I can look at the, this is MindTech, okay? MindTech, maybe I can get YeeLee from here. This is from CIMB, real-time chart. Let's move on this up. Now YeeLee, our stop loss was around here. So you're at 117. Technically, it should be cut, right? Because the market is very weak now. You got like Bill was talking about, the 1MDB issue going on. So I would, that is part of your plan. If your plan is to cut loss, then you cut loss and move on. Technically, if the market were to break high, it should able to hold about 152 in here, but it's not. It's just breaking down. But notice also the volume of the pullback is also low. So it's a personal call. Okay, make sure your losses are small and your winners are big. And if you catch a big winner like what we have for Master Skill, it makes a lot of sense on that one. Okay, YeeLee. Okay, next one is MindTech. Okay, MindTech has a nice change in here, still holding up. This, yeah, it does look like a setup bar here, a nice one in here. Okay, perhaps I would wait for it to go up. Use what we learned, what we teach you last weekend. Okay, let's look at MindTech on our iVSAchart. Okay. Okay, you have okay. Let me just move this a bit. Okay, yeah, it does valid 18-day line change in here, but this is going to be a very volatile one. Take out the high, okay? Take out the high of perhaps 17.5 cents. Today I haven't taken it out yet. Go when you take up the high of 17.5 cents. That would what I think would be likely. Next one is 7017.kl. Now remember, if you have the iVSA Pro Screener, you have many choices. Okay, those of you who came to our course, I gave you a special URL. You will know where to look for those. Okay, for the rest of people, you'll probably be wondering what we're talking about, but that's the beauty of coming to the course and getting the stuff that we need you, that we will promise you. This is a nice one, Komark in here, nice 18-day line change, and this was yesterday's setup. Let's look at it today. Okay, what more do you want? If you find one, remember we talked about the casino system that we in there, right? So this is what we're talking about in here. Okay, 7017. Let's see where is Komark today. Yeah, nice one. You have a trade initiated. Okay, just break above here. Now it's wonderful able to find this, isn't it, right? And Kevin, who's listening now, this is certainly a trade that is running now. Okay, so next I have on the list here is Tongguan Insas. Let's talk about Insas. I like this share too. Now this is Insas you're seeing in here. Where was a setup bar? Remember, Nicole, you have your stop loss. Know your stop loss, do your plan. If it's not hit, continue to ride. I have taken my early profit target already. Remember, we talked about the one in the course, so that was really different. So I probably have a free trade coming in here. All right, Nicole, you get what I mean, Nicole? Remember we talked about the entry price on Sunday. We set up the price and we look for these stocks. Right, Nicole? Yep. Okay. Yep. So, and also permissible price level, not to chase it, right? And then we have our stop loss. Just treat it like a plan. Now remember what we talked about the casino. All right. Okay, this one is a good one. I've taken my so-called free trade profit target already. All right. So you guys will already know about that one, right? Yep. You came to a course, so this is good. So you don't have to worry about this. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Next one that I have is Tongguan, and probably we just finish up from that. Tongguan, yeah, I did have a line change, but it's sort of like breaking up. Let me just switch out the percentage in here. What price did you go in? Whoever gave me these stocks. Okay. Your setup actually was here. This you should enter here, right? And not higher than that one. Okay. If I don't hear from you in the next 30 seconds, so this is a nice one. You know where your stop loss in here. If you have came to a course, you will probably know a more tighter stop than that one. Okay, so this is okay. Doesn't look too bad to me. All right. So I'll take one more stocks. Else we'll end it the day for the Friday iVSAchart of the day. Click and I'll probably see you next week. Take one more stocks if you want to. Now those of you who want your stock to be analyzed, please go to traderstruthreview.com/forum. Okay, go to forum and you'll get it in there. Pro Lexus. Okay, Pro Lexus. Yeah, Pro Lexus. Let's look at Pro Lexus. Yeah, this is a nice one, Pro Lexus. Let's just have a bar shift in here. That was Pro Lexus, but this might just look like you know what we talk about, the 2-bar uptrust. Okay, it does look like a 2-bar uptrust, but again, wait for the confirmation. Wait for the confirmation in here, and let's see from there. If it doesn't hit your stop, just stay with it. Okay, nothing to worry about. Let's look at the chart right now, if I can bring it up. Yep, this real-time chart. I should have my this is my real-time chart here on CIMB. So that's the one we uses. Pro Lexus PR. Oh, I can't find it in here. I wonder why. Yeah. Right, there you go. Hey, went missing again. Yeah, that's the one. Is this Pro Lexus? Yeah, it is still holding on. No worries. This one, it looks like you know the break was there. Okay, I missed the session. Where do I find the yeah, the recording will be up on the website, Kevin. Yeah, you came a bit late. All right, so you can listen to the recording a bit earlier on. We'll talk about some of the stocks that you talk about, Mindtech, Komark, and so forth. Okay, so I'll post the recordings today on the website at the front pages under iVSAchart Pro of the Day, and you can watch it. Perhaps I'll send you a link too. Okay. Okay, that's all we have for our Friday iVSAchart of the day. So remember that iVSAchart will help you scan for the stocks that you need now and put you on the right track. With that, I end our session. I'll see you next week again. And for our premium members and those of you who have just joined us last weekend, you do get a 3-month premium membership as part of the course package. So a lot of wonderful benefits if you become a graduate and student. So those of you who come 4:15 today, I'll give you more updates about the market and perhaps talk a bit more stocks, because you guys are my graduates, so you get a bit more special service than the public. Okay, so members has these privileges. All right, with that, thank you very much. I'll see you this evening. Bye bye.